Hey y'all, welcome to the channel or welcome back. Today we're gonna hop into 5 foods that last forever. So let's get right into it. This is one of my favorite things to keep on hand. Honey is so beneficial. If you can find local honey, that would probably be best. It has a tendency to help better with your allergies. If you can't buy local honey, some honey is better than none, especially when you're treating a cold. It's been known to soothe coughs and everything. Honey is just great to have on hand because it does have so many different uses. This is local honey and I've used quite a bit of it, but we also have just some store-bought honey that's organic, raw and unfiltered honey. You can see where it's crystallized, but once you like shake that up and mix that up, it definitely goes back to the regular form. But again, this is what your raw, natural honey looks like. Rice is one of my favorites. I love keeping rice on hand. We do have a variety of just the white rice, jasmine rice on hand. And I do know if you store this properly, it can last forever. Proper storage is key when you're prepping, especially. I like to keep what I use in my kitchen just in a mason jar. I'll sit this in the cabinet. For a long term, I like to use bucket or Mylar bags. Highly recommend if that's something that you can, fit into your budget. I know times are hard for a lot of people, but again, if you can buy Mylar bags and oxygen absorbers, or at least, 5-gallon buckets, that's going to prolong the life of your rice. Next is grits. You guys can see that we have gone through quite a bit of this. Now, again, I do keep this in different areas because I do have it in long-term storage. This is like more of my working pantry. This is stuff that I just grabbed out of my kitchen cabinets to show you guys. This is just my preferred method to store items in. I don't really like keeping items in the bag. There have been times where I did, and I've kind of gotten away from plastic as much as possible, at least to store things like this in. If you go to my prepper pantry video from 4 years ago, I did have where I was storing these in plastic containers, but like I said, I like the glass because it doesn't hold smells and it's just so much more healthier for you. I know there's junk in everything that we have, but if I can change or do something that's a little better for my family health wise, I'm going to. So this is why I have this in jars. Like I said, grits last indefinitely. Again, the way you store is going to be good. A little bit goes a long ways, just like rice. That's one of the main reasons I like having it, and it's very, very filling. We are moving along to sugar next, and I use pure cane sugar. This is just, like I said, straight pure cane sugar. This is one of the 1/2-gallon jars that I talked to you guys about in one of the other videos. You can see that it's rock in there, like not rocks, y'all, but you can see how it has more or less like crystallized and it's in a rock formation. You can break that up, but I do want to tell you guys, this is a reason why you do not want to use oxygen absorbers in sugar, because your sugar will turn into a complete block like this, and you don't want to have an issue with your sugar. So if you are storing sugar long term, if you're transferring it to Mylar bags, completely fine. Just don't use oxygen absorbers in your sugar. But like I said, I've had this for a while and it's still totally good to use. I'm not going to throw it out. I'm just going to break it up and continue to use it. I always keep salt in hand because obviously I use it in food, but there's so many uses for salt as well. I get Himalayan pink salt. I have just a regular iodized salt. I have the sea salt. You can store this forever long term. Just transfer it into, your jars or your bags and seal them up properly. It lasts indefinitely, which is really good. Salt does have a variety of different uses as well. So again, never hurts to have this on hand. I also have maple syrup. We keep maple syrup in the house, and that's actually a swap that I made probably at least a year or two ago. I used to buy the regular, syrup, pancake syrup. It was Aunt Jemima before they changed it to whatever the name of it is now. But we swapped it out for this, and this is better for you. I'm not saying that this is like the best to even have, but in comparison, maple syrup over the corn syrup that's in like pancake syrup, it just made better sense. And you can store this pretty much in the freezer. It does have a shelf life, they say, of 2 years from what I've researched, but I feel like it's something that it can last way longer than that. Again, I mean, it is, I feel like, in the same family as honey. Correct me if you think I'm wrong with that, but my personal opinion is that it can definitely last longer, especially if you're storing it in a cool, dry place. That's going to prolong the lifespan of things like this. Oatmeal is one item that I like to keep because it does have a indefinite shelf life. Just regular oatmeal, and again, love having it on hand because it stretches such a long ways. A little goes a long ways, and you know, it stores easily. Don't have an issue with it. What I normally do is put it in the freezer as well, just to kill any possible weevils or anything. Take it out, bring it to room temp. Sometimes I'll stick it back in and refreeze it. Take it out, bring it to room temp, and then I'll go ahead and transfer it into long-term storage. All right, you guys, that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. Take care, stay safe. I hope you found this helpful. I will see you guys in the next video.